On the road, Oldham is at war with itself and they've hit rock bottom. Oldham, we have a problem. The club that hasn't been letting its own fans in is stopping reporters from getting out. If you leave the stadium to watch the demonstration, you can't come back in, explains an over-officious steward. Health and safety, you see. Club policy. When it's pointed out that no other club in England shares this policy towards the media, he smiles. You haven't been to Boundary Park before, have you? I have actually, and it's always struck me as a wonderful old club run by friendly, genuine people. Still is. Sadly, right now it's at war with itself and in danger of disappearing down the plug hole, which is why we find ourselves here on a sunny afternoon in September for a goalless draw against Hartlepool and, yes, a demonstration. When common sense prevails, we still aren't allowed back through Gate 3, but are instead taken on a tour of the main stand that hasn't changed since it was built in 1913. A warren of narrow corridors and staircases that end in a bar so close to the dressing rooms that you can smell the liniment. Only today it's not selling alcohol. Health and safety, you see. The plan to leave via the main entrance fails because it's blocked by protesters and a coffin, so we eventually exit through a side gate and onto the same road where we started. What greets us there are more than 500 fans demonstrating against owner Abdallah Lemsagam, a Dubai-based Moroccan football agent, and his brother Mohammed, the club's sporting director. Since Lemsagam took over in 2018, Oldham have sunk to the bottom of League 2. 30 years after Joe Royal's team reached the top flight and became founding members of the Premier League, a tale told in the excellent new book This Is How It Feels, an English football miracle, Oldham are in danger of dropping out of the Football League altogether. The club have been through 9 managers including Paul Scholes, who quit after 31 days citing interference from the owner. Oldham are operating under a transfer embargo, and there have been numerous stories of players and bills not being paid. Many protesters are in orange clown wigs because they feel their club has become a circus. Morgan Bocking, a 21-year-old fan, is wearing the full outfit and has just helped carry the mock coffin bearing the letters RIPO AFC to the front door, followed by the Grim Reaper. I thought if Abdallah is acting like a clown then I'd come as a clown as well, he says. Some of these fans are boycotting games, but others haven't been able to get in because the club temporarily suspended ticket sales following recent demonstrations inside the ground. Paul Norbury is holding a placard that says, "Fans since 1963. Never locked out before. Just go, you pillocks. We'll be here in a month's time again, and I reckon they'll keep turning the fans away," he says. Brian Butler, whose brother Dermot passed away in March, had planned to celebrate what would have been his 52nd birthday in the impressive new Joe Royal stand, but the ticket problems and alcohol ban made that impossible. "We'd probably have put £1,000 in the club today," says Brian. "The saddest thing is we couldn't meet up at the ground. My brother loved the club with a passion and watched Oldham of all 92 Football League grounds." The protest has been organized by fans group Push the Boundary, whose spokesman is Steve Shipman. "We've always said at least we're not Bury, or it could be worse, we could be Stockport. Now we are that club," says Shipman. A plane circles the stadium in the first half trailing a banner that reads "Al and Mo time to go," but they aren't here to see it. Abdallah is thought to be in Dubai and Mohammed is in Germany. The director's box is empty because the club secretary has resigned and other members of the board have been told to keep a low profile. A healthy crowd of 3,934 is proof that not all fans share the same view, and some stop us to say so. Meanwhile, manager Keith Currell, who observes the protest from a top window, is caught in the middle. Has he met the owner yet? No, but it's not a dating site, smiles Currell. I have good dialogue with him. When I went to Carlisle it was very similar. I walked out onto the pitch for the